Hello, hello, everyone. Bet you weren't expecting to see InDesign. Plot twist. I actually have to finish this index before I get started on art commissions and stuff, so I'm just going to do this really quick. You guys get to see how I make an index. Wow. Amazing. Indexes are so cool. Crazy. I actually just made this before getting on, and then it had a glitch. And then, now I have to do it again, so that's fun. Hi, Carix, how are you? Add. Okay, that was the last one. Now, please, for the love of all things good, page range. Does this guy... You know what? Actually... Why is this doing this? Is it because I am dumb? It might be because I'm dumb, y'all. Hold on, I might have done this wrong again. We're gonna try this again. Hi, Aqua. I hope. Oh God, you're in A push. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I realize I'm a big old dummy. We're gonna do this again one more time. Third time's the charm, right? I'm glad you're doing a bit better, Carix. That's good to hear. Same though. I'm not as I was able to actually get some sleep this week, so we're looking a little bit better than we were last week. Okay. 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 I think I understand what's going on here, at least. But that's alright. Can I do this with the delete key? No, because of course not. And I can't shift select, so I have to delete all of these entries. I love InDesign. Did I ever tell you all how much I love InDesign? I'm so done with this elephant book. I'm so happy for this guy. This guy that I'm working for, he is an elephant podiatrist from Austria and Germany, that area. I think he works in both countries, but he is so damn knowledgeable on elephant feet, and this is like, I learned so much looking at this book, I feel like. All I learned is that elephant feet are very similar to cow feet, actually. No, we're going to be working on commissions and concept art. Yeah, this is an index for another book. This is for a veterinary textbook for elephant podiatry, but I need to get this to this guy today. I love this guy. I love this author, but also too this guy because he was in the middle of planning his wedding. Took about 40 million years to get stuff to me, which is not great. And so that put his timeline way behind. Hold on. Why is it doing this to me? Yeah, so he was just in the middle of a wedding. So now we're extra stressed because he wants to be able to get these books out before the convention season because there's like a bunch of veterinary conventions that he wants to go to, which is very cool. Hold on, am I making this wrong? Oh, I might be a dumbass, actually. Oh, that's why. Okay, so hold on. This is what's happening to me. I'm just a dumbass. Okay, well, let's get rid of this. So now we're gonna go in here. Hold on. Okay, so now we're gonna go in here. We're gonna add entry. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. This is the most technical shit of all time. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm Googling tutorials like a madman here. I see. Okay. All right, I got it. I got this. I got this unlocked now. Okay, so this is what I need. Done. Add. Elephant feet. And then we're going to go in with... Does this work? Or no, wait. No. Now it's going to think for forever. So now, reasonably, if I go over here... Fantastic. Okay, so now, actually, I was doing it wrong. Hi, Diamond, what's going on? Oh, yes, let me go and link that one. This one is actually Animus Vox. This was, how do I get to Invincible by, Glitchmob. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, I think I've got this figured out. So now if I hit add all, and then that's going to make a much larger index. Okay, yes. Okay, I got this figured out. It's figuring it out. This is so unnecessary. Hi, Two Keys. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well as well. Today, right now, I'm working on an index for a veterinary textbook that I'm putting together for this guy. So this is very technical and complicated stuff for absolutely zero reason. Then after that, we're going to be working on art for Aqua. And then after that, we're going to be working on my portfolio if I have time. So I finally figured out how to get InDesign to actually work and do what I need it to do. I think I got it. So we're going to just let InDesign populate this thing. And then that's pretty much how this is going to go. So we're making an index. So this is fun. Art for me? Yeah. Aqua was the fucking best, and they left a review on One Pale Reflection. which I do have screenshotted, and I will show everybody once we start working on the commission. But yeah, we're gonna be working on one of Aqua's characters today, so that'll be really fun. Wonderful. This is actually going super, super well. Thankfully, this book is really small. So, it actually is not really that bad to put it together. This could take way longer. This guy was very worried about putting together an index, because he was like, oh god, it's gonna take forever. And it's gonna be really, really bad. But I was like, don't worry about it. You'll be okay. You'll be alright. Nope, that could have been bad. The spring, yeah. So, should be kind of fun. Hi, Cal. How you do? But yeah, before I get started too, I also wanted to say thank you so much. I know it happened like right at the end of last stream. But thank you to Melissa McCoy for following on Twitch, and then also for that Prime sub as well last stream. So nice. And then also thanks so much to everybody who has subbed to me over on YouTube. I can see AriTube as well as Adishell. Adishell Writes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. As well as many more. Those are the only ones that show up, but I think I'm only going to, for this I'm just gonna do this individually, because otherwise this is gonna be really weird. We're gonna go like this. We gotta capitalize it. Add all. Okay, slowly but surely. This is a very weird thing. I'm so glad that InDesign just does this by itself. You are eating a food. What kind of a food are you eating? And then now we're going to go for elephant welfare. Add that bad boy. We're gonna go environmental enrichment. Gonna go like this. Add all. We're gonna go feeding strategies. Add that. I did this way wrong the first time. I'm actually low-key kind of glad it glitched and did not work, because that would have been so stupid. Hi, Ava. I'm doing okay. Doing better than I was last week. Still kind of busy, but otherwise doing good. Oh, interesting. Why can you not? You know what? because of that, I'm going to just do this. Roaming is not in here. Actually, so what I'll do is I'll search for walking instead. And then we're going to add that, put this down. We're going to go into movement, add all. That's better. Let's see. Preventative care. We're going to add this. There's not a lot going on here. Yeah, I'm pretty excited because I think I found my first Liminal House book. So I'm super stoked about being able to get that going. And I'm excited to reach out to the author after I finish reading the whole book and just go for it. So that's super exciting. It's a science fiction thriller. I would say it's a thriller. It's very along the lines of like Isaac Asimov's I, Robot. Slowly but surely. This is such a, Okay. So, I'm gonna warn everybody right now. There is a chance that this could get kind of nasty. If you guys see nasty elephant pictures, I'm so sorry. Hi, Fishy! Did you have a good Ides of March? Honestly, what tickles me, Fishy, what tickles me is knowing that poor Caesar is going to literally spend the rest of the afterlife having bad Caesar salad dressing jokes made about him, and that is funny to me. Okay, these are also abscesses. Well, actually, I don't think that... Oh, but this is going to be so technical. I'm not going to do this. Well... Okay, so actually what I'm going to have to do is we're going to go here. And I'm going to have to do some really funny stuff. And actually... Is this still in the abscess section? It is. So now we're going to add. This goes in here like this. This one gets added. This one also. This is where this starts to get kind of technical because I have to make sure that all of these are in the right spot. This is not... Well, wait. Is this also... Yes. Look at this little elephant shoe. Y'all, look at this. When the elephant has an injury, he gets a little shoe. He gets a little boot. He gets a little elephant boot. And that to me is really funny. That's my favorite part of this whole book is this elephant boot. Okay. Nail cracks. Dermatitis. I'm actually gonna just get treatment on here as like its own thing because that doesn't make any sense. Foot disease. That's all I gotta say. And I'm gonna put infectious under here. We're gonna add that to foot disease. This guy knows so much about elephant feet. Alright, so now we gotta find this. This goes under here. Like this. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. I'm becoming mighty. I'm becoming mighty. This is such a technical thing. But this dude was going to go in and do this by hand. And I was like, sir, I can't let you do that. I cannot let you go in one by one and add this individually. That's crazy sauce, dude. I'm not, no. We don't do that. We let the program do this for us because, oh my god. That would be awful. Like, no way. But I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I ended up kind of resolving this issue that I had with a student, because by God, it was really bad. And now I don't have to deal with it anymore, and my department chair can deal with it. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna actually just add wound over here as its own thing. And then, let's see, we're gonna, oh yes, care tools. We're gonna add, this goes into its own thing. And then we're gonna go rasps. We're gonna add this into foot care tools. And we're going to add knives. Knife! What do you have? A knife. No! Alright. I'm fine. This is my Nathan Lamb playlist. I've been having a lot of anxiety. So therefore, this has been on repeat. Let's see, scalpels. We got scissors. Oh, that's a typo. Okay, so remind me to regenerate the table of contents when we get done with this, y'all. I need to regenerate table of contents. Because that was a typo. Do we have ERD? Where is that? Can I find... There we go. This is what I want. I'm going to add this. This gets sorted by ERD, or no. This is such a pain in the butt. Full spring had me thinking it was going to get warm. Full spring is gone and now I am cold. We've just had what we call down here an El Nino winter, so it's just been dry and crispy. Nothing is good. There is no full spring. It is just dry. Okay. So effectively what I'm going to do is I'm going to add environmental management. We're going to add this. And then we're going to search for daily routines. And we're going to add this. And this is going to go into environmental management. And then we're also going to look for... Do we not have emergency procedures in here already? I'm going to actually look for... I'm not saying that this is like the best, but I'm going to actually go into foot care and then add all for that. I'm organizing this a little bit differently than what is suggested. Well, that's okay. Sometimes that's the way that goes. We're going to go preventative, and we're going to go elephant foot care, add all, and then almost there. We're almost there. Add enclosure design, add all, and then we're going to look for elephant habitats, or maybe habitat. Yes. And this is going to go under enclosure design, slowly but surely. Whoa, boy. Fool's Spring is like, oh yeah, oh yeah. I know of Fool's Spring. I know of Fool's Spring. Yeah, we don't have that here in Colorado. Not really. Like, it's either hot as shit or it's like blizzarding, and there's like no in between. We do have this thing that is called the Chinook. That's like a local indigenous term that describes, I guess you could call it Fool's Spring, sort of. But it's more like the hot wind that comes over the top of the mountain and that blows in a storm. And so it's less that we look at it like Fool's Spring and more like oh, this is signaling that we're going to get snow in like 2 days. Or a day. Typically it's like 24 hours later you're going to get dumped on. Almost there. All right, all right. Okay, let's see. Environmental management, let's see. Actually, this is fine. I'm gonna add this in, terrain, into environmental management. We're also gonna add in walking surfaces. Actually, Okay, that does not help. Oh, wait. Oh, duh, because this guy is European. I'm like, why can't I find the word? It's because I have to source it this way. Sure. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's see. Pressure point. We're gonna add that into also elephant foot care. We're also gonna add weight shifting. We're gonna add that into wait. There we go. Better. And then oh my god, guys, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're becoming mighty. Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh, I think I need to go back to forest elephants. Where is that? Forest elephants. Okay, great. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, this is going to be gross. I'm actually not going to do organizations at all. Okay, all right. So I think theoretically we should be good. So now if I go all the way back down to the bottom, this is where my index goes. We're going to go over here. We're going to say generate index. No index title. Okay, we're going to plant this. What? Right. Oh! Oh my god, we did it. So now I need to go into here, and we're going to go Control B. Columns, we're going to do 2 columns. Oh my god. Actually, wait. I do not want to... I don't want to include empty index sections. Because that's lame. Alright, now, Control B, 2 columns. Okay, I have to regenerate my table of contents. I can't forget. I can't forget. Can't forget. Hello? There we go. Oh, well, actually, just kidding. And then also, too, we need this one to have 2 columns. Okay. Okay! Alright. Looking good. So now we gotta go back all the way up here. And we're gonna go into layout, update table of contents. Okay. Wowie zowie. Alright, so now save. Oh, and then he also pointed out one last thing. Oh my god. Hi, Melpomenea! Oh yeah, that's also in some regions of Canada. Yeah, it's really weird. If you're close to the mountains and then all of a sudden it'll like, yeah, it blows over. At least where I'm at, we're on the eastern side of the Rockies, so it'll typically blow west to east. And then it gets really, yeah, really hot. But it's an interesting thing. Fool's Spring comes every year, and every year I forget. I'm sorry, you've been betrayed. You've been betrayed! Okay, 182. Okay, actually, I can find this because, let's see, progress should be established. Except for, here's the deal, buckaroo. This guy is also making things unnecessarily difficult. Okay, so it's obviously not over here. Pregnancy. No, because that's correct. Okay. Hold on, I gotta let this guy know. And... let me just go look at 182. Why? Gary, what are you saying? I have to go find this paragraph. I really somehow... I'm not seeing what he's talking about. I think that Gary is on crack. Because I'm not even seeing this sequence of words here. Progress should be evaluated. No, that's the correct spacing. That is actually correct. Okay, I think we're done, though. Okay, I need Gary to chill out. All right, file. The problem is he sends like sporadic emails. So rather than sending me corrections all at once, he sends me like 8 emails with a bunch of different requests. And I'm like, bro, I need you to send me one email. And then also too, he's thinking that he's being helpful by correcting things on his end via a PDF editor. And I'm like, no, this is actually the opposite of helpful. This is not helping. I need you to let me know where the errors are, because otherwise, like, I'm not moving a PDF back and forth. All right, but yes, I did go back and do the table of contents. So I think everything should be good for him. Oh my god, guess what? It's 12:30. It's time to get a snack. I need to actually drink my smoothie here. Okay. All right, Gary. Take your book. Take it. Fucking take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. I don't want it anymore. All right. Holy moly. All right, get out of here. I want to go draw. Oh my god. All right, I'm going to take about 5 seconds. Hi, Gabriel. How's it going? I'm going to stretch. We got a self-care combo. I do need to stretch. Wow, look at how long InDesign's taking to close. Holy moly. Surprisingly, I have actually never seen a single episode of The Simpsons, believe it or not. Holy butt. Okay. All right. Oh, it's our regular, our average, our on-time clocked-in bot. Look at that. Get out of here. Get out of here. I actually do really like poker, though. Alright, let me get it going on Aqua's thing here. Aqua left me a wonderful review on One Pale Reflection. They said, overall one of my favorite reads, easy to digest. I loved all the characters, can connect to a few of them, and I love how to... the hook ended and how it left room to expand on. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm glad it had kind of a fun little cliffhanger kind of thing. That you felt like it was enjoyable rather than like, you know, open-ended universe versus like unsatisfying endings. So that is cool. I don't remember what my art fight login was, so I have to figure that out. I can't type. Oh my god. They're like, log in with your username, not an email. I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Easy peasy. Oh, yep. I have never also played the game Poker Night at the Inventory. I wouldn't know. All right. All right. Let's see if I'm warmed up. Let's see. I'm trying to like not have a total crash out over everything that's going on. It's kind of working, but not really. That's okay. Sometimes that's what has to happen. You know what I'm saying? Is you have an absolute fucking crash out. And that's just the way that it goes, you know? I kind of want to tilt this head in a different way, but I'll work on that in a second. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and tilt this. Surprisingly, I'm actually not dying somehow. Hopefully I'll be able to do Art Fight efficiently this year because I recognize I'm going to be in the middle of moving. Oh, speaking of that, since we're kind of in the middle of stream, I have my rapid fire of announcements for everybody. I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, so sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I really want to just keep reinforcing some of this stuff. First and foremost, you can get a free copy of my book, Court of Snakes, Bitter Truth, Honey Justice, which is the sequel to Court of Snakes, on Booksprout. You have until March 31st to sign up and get your copy. Otherwise, it goes away forever. What I'm looking for is to get reviews for the book by October 14th, 2026. Though if you can get yours in earlier, you get featured on the Backer Kit campaign. So that's fun. So you can just pop on over to this website, hit the claim button, and then you'll get an email reminder whenever you go to like review, where to review and all that good stuff. I'll be making the Goodreads page for it soon, but you can also preview the interior of the book as well if you want to like check out a sample, so that way you can enjoy the ebook. So there is that. Second thing is, if you have not signed up yet to be notified when my Backer Kit launches, you totally should. Currently, the collective that I'm a part of is trying to get all of us to 50 followers, which is a hell of a lot of people. I normally get like 4, so the fact that I have 36 people doing this is insane. But if you want to help me get to 50, that would be also amazing. I just dropped that link into the chat. If you're over on YouTube, you can find all of this information in the link in my bio, or the link in the description below. So All of that is over there. Or if you need the link for whatever reason because it's not there because I'm a space case and I forgot it, let me know and I can send that link over. This does not mean that you're backing or pledging to the Backer Kit campaign. It does not launch for another 77 days. But this does help me prepare. And there are going to be all sorts of affordable rewards, including rewards below $10. So you don't have to pledge an insane amount on this thing, but even just signing up really helps. Finally, the last announcement. There was one more thing. What was it? Oh yeah, I'm moving, duh. I'm moving. So, obviously, I need to sell every single thing I humanly own. That being said, you can get bundle discounts. You can get like 25% off if you buy 5 or more items. But I have all sorts of stuff in here. I have video games. I have some of my own artwork. I have Pokemon cards. I have decor. I have this ugly ass Why So Serious Jelly Bean Labubu that I'm trying to fucking get rid of for $28. Please take him. He's horrifying. Those kinds of things. I'll be slowly uploading and updating these items the more that I am going through my apartment. But if you do have a couple bucks and you want to like throw some money at some Pokemon cards or some games, like I've got games going for like $9. You know, like this is effectively like garage sale prices here. So if you're interested in any of those things, helping me clear out my house would be insanely helpful if you want to take a look. So those are my 3 announcements for the day. Nothing else super exciting. I don't like this song. We're going to go back to Dream Slow because this is better. Alrighty, let's see now. Let's see. Do you want to say? Okay. Wow, that's not what I wanted. This is why you don't want to be too zoomed in on your artwork, by the way. Oh my god. I'm not warmed up. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. I'm not ready. I need more structure. 'Cause sweet lord. There we go, better. Holy moly, that was like really upsetting and terrifying. Okay, so this is also bad. Let's try this again, shall we? No. Sorry if my my brain is doing the best thing of all time, which is completely having a heart attack. I am okay, but if you do want to share it, please do. Everybody always loves listening to good music. I don't know if I'll load up a whole playlist, though. Not because I don't want to listen to it, but mostly because I am low-key overstimulated, and I recognize that, like, my brain works best when listening to things that I'm familiar with, versus it can be really easy to get distracted if I'm listening to new playlists, if that makes sense. That is probably... This is why I flagged the Radstar test. All I gotta say about that shit. All I gotta say about that shit. Okay. Now, I am apparently just not coping. There we go, better. Sorry if this art is, like, not up to standard. I might have to, like, work on this again later after my brain resets. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm just dissatisfied with my sketch, and it'll get better. Yeah, it is just my sketch, actually. Sometimes that's the way that it goes. Oh, no, I pushed that button fucking immediately. I'm the worst bluffer of all time. If I push that button and I have to tell people that I stole it, I will deadass look people in the eye and be like, oh, I stole it. And they'll be like, from where? And I'll be like, 7-Eleven. And then people will not take it seriously because I don't do anything wrong. I would slam that button so fucking hard. I don't do anything wrong. People would think it was a joke. They'd be like, that's funny. That's tee-hee funny. And I'd be like, thank you. Thank you for that. I'm actually going to turn this person's face a little bit more. Yeah, I would do a your mom joke. Yeah, like, for real. You could just be like, eh. It's like, you're silly. You're a silly man. And then I just ignore whatever that was. Hello? See, I want to try and capture... Is there like a... Aqua, let me know if what I'm seeing is what I think I'm seeing, but I believe that there's a beauty mark here on Liv's face, but if that's just a line that you made and is not a beauty mark, please let me know. Yeah, a million you can turn into 10 million in a very quick instance. Like, it's... A million is actually quite useful. It's insanely useful if you know what to do with it. To be honest, though, I'd probably just be using it to pay off all of my student debt. Okay, cool, great. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. I do love that, though. That's very cute. You know, I thought about working on my portfolio, which would be the responsible thing to do. But part of me is like, paint Nathan Lamb. And I'm like, oh, I understand and recognize that I'm stressed out. My brain is like, you know what would make you feel better? Painting this stupid ass boy. Painting this dumb man, it would make you feel better. Actually, I'm gonna bring this lid down just a little bit because there's like, I feel like there's, hold on. Actually, this eye shape is too Disney princessy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. That's better. That's better. More dramatique. Less Disney princess. We love très dramatique in here. Yeah, so if anybody reviews my book, by the way, this applies to the ARC copies as well. If you review my book, you do get a review reward. Let me fix this eyeball here now. You get a review reward commission portrait, just like this. So if you want that, if you review a book and you review it on Amazon, you get magic. You get wizardry. Not quite. It's just my way of saying thank you for being awesome. And it does not have to be a 5-star review, to clarify. It can be any review. You could give me a 1-star review and I'd be like, okay, here's your art. I'd be kind of sad, but I'd still do it. You know, sometimes... There we go, better. Sometimes you make a thing and you go, you know what? I love these kinds of bangs so much. They're so fun. As somebody who has been in and actually physically is a starving artist, that is an easy button press as well. Yeah, legit, Aqua, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm like, I hardly fucking eat anyway. It is actually, like, legit, just, like, the easiest. That is the easiest button to push. I'm like, that's already my day-to-day existence. ADHD and, depression are one hell of a combo. I've been playing around with making my line art a little bit more zesty. But I also don't, like, get to do, like, fun, like, line art drawings like this very much anymore. I've been working so much on my portfolio. Alright, so now let's get some hair going. I actually don't need this ear. That was for, like, placement purposes. So that way I know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, legit, I'm so fucking poor. I am constantly under calorie. And then also too, ADHD is one fucking hell of a bitch. I don't know what this is, but I can already tell... Oh, this is Pigs in the Sky. I was like, I can already tell that this is not supposed to go in this playlist. Gave a poor review after reading a book because they didn't enjoy it. Actually, that happens to me all the time. I have received 1-star reviews and have been called a literal pedophile because somebody didn't like my book because it was triggering to them for whatever reason, and I had no way of knowing that that was going to happen. I've had romance reviewers read King of Dust and then get upset because the back of the book says that it is a tabletop RPG. inspired adventure fantasy, and it has LGBTQ plus romance in it, but romance reviewers pick it up and then they get mad because it's not a romance book. So it actually most commonly happens because people don't read the blurb on the back of the book. They go based on vibes or expectations alone and then get very, very upset when the book does not meet their expectations. We've talked about this on stream before. It's called the bean soup thing. It's like the bean soup theory, where somebody gets served bean soup and then they get upset because it has beans in it. You know what I'm saying? I've had people get mad at me because I'm an LGBTQ plus author. I've had people get mad at me because I include black characters in my books. You know, like there are so many things. Most of them are homophobic incels from YouTube, you know, so it's not necessarily the worst. But yeah, good reviewers will always subjectively review or objectively review a book. Like, I've read plenty of romance, for example, that I don't like because I don't read romance, but I give it, you know, at least a 3-star because I recognize it's like, okay, well, this wasn't for me, but objectively, technically, it was good, right? But most people, I don't know, some people just don't do that. I shouldn't say most people. Most people are good reviewers. Some people, legitimately will just like start a book, they'll decide that they don't like anything about it, they won't finish it, and then they'll give the author like a 1 or 2-star review. Definitely have had it happen, and it is the most annoying shit of all time. Because my thing is it's like, if you don't read that genre of book, don't review it professionally, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely can happen. People will hate read books, and it's especially a massive problem on websites like NetGalley. NetGalley is an ARC review website where big publishing companies sometimes will put their books. But the way that NetGalley works is that you have to review, like if you accept an ARC, you have to finish the book. Otherwise, it damages your percentage of reviewed books. And certain publishing houses like Penguin Random House or Simon & Schuster, like really big publishers, will only allow certain people with a certain review percentage to review their books. So if you have a low review percentage because you keep downloading books and then you don't finish them, you won't be able to have access to those books from those publishers. And so what people will do is that they will start a book, realize that they hate it, and then effectively hate review the book just to keep their percentage up. And it's actually really damaging. I don't put my books on NetGalley for that reason, because I think that punishes people for absolutely zero fucking reason. But the worst reviews I think I've ever gotten were on Book Sirens, because the majority of them are romance reviewers, and they just get mad if they pick up a book and it's not romance. So definitely can happen. Very real thing. Thankfully, those are like the minority of my reviews. Like, I tend to try and give my books to people that I know will actually like them. But yeah, I've received some pretty wonky ass reviews. This character is like really fucking pretty. She's just like so beautiful. She's got that je ne sais quoi, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I'm trying to make more audiobooks, because I recognize I too also have mad ADHD, and unless I'm reading a book aloud to my husband, it's really difficult for me to sit down and read. So my goal is to have more audiobooks, so that way people can enjoy my books in a multimodal format. Like, so that way, yeah, if you listen to podcasts, for example, then you can enjoy the audiobook version instead. And plus, I do mine with funny ass voices, so just saying, if that's something that anybody ever fucking wants to experience. King of Dust is available via Spotify and also maybe through your local library. And if it's not, you can always request the book, because they can definitely get it. Next month, actually, I get to do like a library outreach campaign, because I got all my ebooks onto Draft to Digital, so I need to actually reach out. I love these like 90s style like spaghetti strap like tops. They're fun. Also, too, Aqua, at any point, let me know if you need me to change anything, because I'm just kind of vibing right now, but if you need me to change anything, please let me know. I'm actually going to bring this down a little bit more. Anatomy or something. You know what? I really, like, was having issues with this sketch, and then now, like, I should just trust myself more. I was not warmed up. I don't think I would say that happened to me as a kid, but that does happen to me a lot as an adult. Like, I recognize that when I was a kid, I was into very specific, like, anime, for example. And that anime was not necessarily mainstream anime, so I often get that a lot with shows or movies or anime, because I was more of a reader kid and a video games kid. And so people are shocked when it's like, oh, well, you haven't seen any Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Dragon Ball Z or Bleach or Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan. And I'm like, no, those are just not the genres that I like, you know? It happens to be the most popular. It's the same thing with music. People are like, you've never listened to Taylor Swift? And I'm like, actually, I am triggered by Taylor Swift, so no. Oh, God, I fucking hate The Great Gatsby. I respect it, but I fucking hate it. It's literary fiction, so it's like it's really hard to read because there's no plot. Like that's like the main core of like the genre of literary fiction is that there is no plot. So I do respect what F. Scott Fitzgerald was doing. I fucking me and literary fiction are not friends. Oh my God, Fishy, you too. Yeah, I respect people's taste, and I understand that there are reasons that people like these things, but they just don't have what I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying? So, it ended up just being like that, and that's okay. My best friend loves Taylor Swift. That is their favorite musician of all fucking time, and I'm like, you know what? I love that for you. And I even listened to new Taylor Swift, like I listened to the entire Ophelia album. So that way I can have a conversation with my best friend about what they thought about the Ophelia album. Have I listened to it again since? Absolutely the fuck not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of the stuff, exactly, Gabriel, exactly. A lot of the stuff that I was watching when I was a kid was stuff like really obscure magical girl anime, like Princess Tutu, Wedding Peach. I didn't watch a lot of Sailor Moon, but I was watching a lot of like Magic Knight Rayearth, science fictions like Figure 17, and then a lot of Ghibli. So Ghibli now has become way popular, but when I was a kid, nobody had any idea what the fuck that was. They were like, why are you watching shit in Japanese? I was like, I don't fucking know. Because the big fluffy thing that lives in the woods makes me physically happy, and also reminds me that there are beautiful things, and that it's good to be alive. Oh my God, Winx Club. Yo, see, yeah, like, yeah, that was my wheelhouse. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was definitely it. And people had no idea what that was. Like, or Skydancers was on my rotation pretty often. But yeah, people had no idea. No clue. And that's okay. I was also listening to like 90s Swedish EDM and Disturbed, which was controversial at my Christian middle school. So that's fun. I had a very weird experience growing up. I don't really engage in fandom that often either, too, so I feel like I also have an issue with people asking me questions about, like, media that I like, and then they're like, oh, did you see that this happened in the fandom? And I'm like, bro, I don't go on Reddit. I don't go on Reddit. I'm scared of that place. Yes, I have heard of Miraculous Ladybug. I have not seen Miraculous Ladybug, though. I like their animation style, though. Also, mad respect to France. I think they produce a lot of great animated content. I also recognize, too, that I almost exclusively watch, like, animated films as well, so I feel like I often am kind of disconnected with, like, pop culture in that way, too, where people are like, have you seen this new, like, space science fiction movie that came out? And I'm like, bro, the last movie that I fucking watched that was, like, new, that was an animated film, was The Twits. Like... Yes, yeah, I have seen some of the early Miraculous concept art. It's very pretty. I do like the final style, but, like, yeah, it's not my favorite thing I've ever looked at, but I think the writing is very clever. Of the clips that I've seen, I do enjoy that. My new magical girl obsession is Pretty Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. That shit is so funny. If y'all haven't seen that, it's free on YouTube. There's two rough animatic episodes that are out, the pilot and then the follow-up episode, and that shit is so funny. So good. This guy gets his, like, shins broken, like, 4 times in one episode. It is fucking funny. So good. Alright, I feel like I want some, like... I really would like some hair wispies here. Yeah, Pretty Pretty Please is really funny. The most recent episode, they found out that the main magical girl lives in a fucking treehouse in the middle of the woods because she's effectively homeless, and that's fucking funny. She's like a little trash lady that just, like, lives in nature. I would like to give a massive shout out to Tetsuya Nomura for informing all of my line art decisions. Okay. Ba-bam! Thank you again to Aqua for reviewing my books. Like, I really do appreciate it so much, and you have no idea how much it actually helps. Tetsuya Nomura is a Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts illustrator. And also, I guess, game designer, they include him in that, but he is most well known for doing Final Fantasy. And, yeah, obviously Kingdom Hearts, too. Neo, World Ends With You. Those kinds of things. But his art style is just... His line work and pencil work is some of the most incredible shit I've ever seen in my whole life. But he's responsible for a lot of the, like, quintessential Final Fantasy characters. But, like, by God, his line weight, mastery of line weight is just very, very, very impressive to me. Absolutely love it. Work in pencil is just juicy. So good. All right. Have fun in AP Lang. I'll save this out for you so that way you can have it and use it however you like. And thank you again for the review. I really do appreciate that so much, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed a One Pale Reflection. That is so awesome. Let me save this out, and we're going to then also save out... Let's see... Apparently, I learned that Glaze cannot handle PNGs. So that's fun. Where is she? There she is. Oh yeah, she's fine. Alright. Alright, so I got about an hour left. And my brain is like, you should do portfolio work. Oh, whoops. Not bad. All right, let me save this. Let's open up Glaze. Okay. Glaze, please. Okay, it's gonna take forever. Oh, I really should work on thumbnails. I don't know. I'm trying to not feel super jaded and nervous about working in Canada because I recognize that the industry that I chose to get into is like one of the fucking hardest industries of all time. And every rejection scares the shit out of me. Oh yeah, I forgot we're not working on thumbnails anymore. Oh, thank Jesus. Actually, I think everybody collectively decided on 10 last time. Let me go open the poll. I should have the answers to that poll still. Let's get this open. Okay, wait a second. Oh no, I did. I was like, Gabriel, did I send you your doodle reward? I was like, I swear to God, if I didn't, I'm a weenie. But I did. We're okay. Alright, Glaze. Let's go. Okay, let's see. It was, indeed, number 10. That's what I thought. Hi, Chips. How you doing? I'm gonna just let this go because this thumbnail file is kind of a big fucking file, and the last thing that I want is to have that go. I don't need my processor blowing up for no reason. I don't need that. So we're gonna just let it chill. I'm going to take a moment to check to see. I would really like. Oh, it's still processing. Okay, never mind. That answers that. Hydrate! I'm drinking a smoothie. Oh, we got maybe a self-care combo. I'm gonna feed my Snorlax as well while this thing is taking 1 minute and 12 seconds to do this. Oh. This is the end. My least favorite thing about being cripplingly depressed all the time is just like not wanting to eat. My biggest nervous system is like, bro, if you try and put a food in your mouth right now, you will instantly die. And I'm like, oh, wild. Alright, Snorlax, eat your food. Pokemon Sleep is a great game. You want to know what I picked up, though, recently again, that I haven't played in a long time? And the answer is Animal Crossing New Horizons, and holy shit, I have never felt so revitalized. I forgot that that game got me through COVID, and I've been feeling super bad, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start a new little island, and I ordered the Chanshin Pokemon, or like a amiibo card from Mercari, and I'm really hoping that it comes quickly. Where... Let me see. I did get it 2 days ago. So hopefully the person will go to the mail today. The mailbox today. But I want my little Sun Wukong monkey man. I want him on my little island. I want him so bad. Alright, let me send these over to Aqua. Aqua! Alright. This is going to be kind of a technical set of drawings today. I don't know, Brady's also kind of my comfort content. Alright, we got this one. This one. Okay, cool. Doing good. Doing fucking good. Alright, so let's draw this bedroom. So we're gonna make a new... Actually, cancel that. I am full of lies. We're gonna open up the thumbnail one. And we're gonna open up 10. And I'm going to duplicate this. And we're going to reduce the opacity on it. And then we're going to start a new layer. And I'm going to do this actually with a sketch pencil. Because ideally, I'm going to start looking up all of these objects. Gaming computer chair. Let me do a short back. Because I don't think Dimitri needs, like, the craziest fucking gaming chair of all time. They're like, did you mean the Secret Labs Titan? And I'm like, no, that's the exact chair that I'm sitting in, and I don't need that one. That's a tall-backed chair. Oh, but this one's a good one, though. Alright, let me get rid of all my Pokemons taken care of, and then we're going to just spend some time drawing. Actually, let me switch on over to the Blockhead playlist. We'll just listen to his shit. Finish feeding my little mens, and then just slowly build some objects today. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually make this a little bit bigger. Okay. This is like a pretty straight-backed chair, all things considered. Thank God for 1 point perspective. I don't know what the back of this chair looks like. Hold on. What does the back look like? Why are you only showing the chair from the front? Thank you. I'm like, what does this chair look like? I found it. And then this is where we're gonna get this going here. Yeah. Oh, and this is gonna be kind of fun because this is like an open hole into the monitor behind, so it's gonna do some fun like cast light here. I am going to round the bottom of this chair out because I can actually see it. But I'm not going to make this like ultra complicated. I don't know what the bottom of this chair looks like, the underside. They don't show that, of course. Because why would they need to? I'm going to go ahead and flip this. So that way I can have... I got to make sure that I'm following this perspective line here. Otherwise, this is going to look like ass. Yeah, because I really need these environment pieces to sing. I'm trying to figure out if I want to, like... I might move this chair, actually. This way. I need to figure out if I'm going to, like, put wear and tear on these items or what I'm going to do here. Because I recognize that, like, I am not really going to be going into environments. But if I can pull this off and make this just, like, the best environment work of all time, I'm going to be in a really good spot. Actually... This is like a little, like, bracket. It's also got, like, a telescopic shit going on in here. I don't know. I'm like, what is this chair? Because if this was made in 3D, this would be significantly easy to pull off. Like, if it's like a 3D with a toon shader, it's not going to really be that big of a deal. I'm actually going to bring this in a little bit. This is a weird chair. They're like, do you want hydraulics out the ass? And I'm like, I mean, no? Yes? They're like, suggestion, would you like to go to space in your chair? And it's like, not really, but I respect it. I gotta fix this chair leg, so we're gonna deviate from the actually, so we're gonna have, hold on. Deviate from the sketch here because my chair was wrong, and that's okay because sometimes that's what happens. That's all right. Okay, and then I need my little wheel. My wheel. How do wheels work? I'm okay. I was today years old when I realized that this is like 2 wheels. I am confused. I don't know how wheels work. But this is why we're doing this sketch. Because otherwise, I won't know what's going on. Okay, and then let me see. I'm going to put the other octopus leg over here. I'm just fucking winging this, y'all. I don't know what's going on. That's a pretty convincing chair. But I do feel like the back of the chair actually needs to be taller. So I'm going to go ahead and just, like, pull this up for perspective reasons. Because otherwise it's going to be in a weird spot. And it's going to look like a sad little chair. We don't need sad little chair, you know? We want efficient chair. Let me make a new layer here, and I'm going to pull this up and around. I'm doing this kind of backwards because I should have done... Oh, actually, this needs to be taller. I should have done prop studies first, but I'm just going to do the prop studies after. I recognize that is low-key backwards, but I ain't mad about it. We got the armchair thing. Everybody likes to have their arm on an armrest. Nice. Dimitri deserves good lumbar support. Well, and actually, you know what's interesting? There, that's better. Okay, chair. I'm gonna start working from the beginning. Let's see, shirt thrown on floor. From the closest to the camera all the way to the back is what we're gonna work on here. This is a weirdly positioned shirt. Alright, so now I have to envision this in perspective here. Somehow, from this angle, I have managed to completely avoid any and all action figures, and I would actually like to say thank you to literally everyone who voted for this particular angle, because I swear to God, if I was going to have to draw action figures, I would have cried. So thank you. You guys saved a life. You don't realize what you've done, but you literally, you saved my life. So thanks. No complex props. Actually, it looks like I'm going to have to really bring this way far. I have dodged pain. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh my god! AGV is like, hey, guess what? You're subscribed for antivirus. And I'm like, yeah, correct. Okay. Nasty shirt thrown on the ground. He's a pretty organized teenager, but not that organized. Okay, that's a shirt. Oh, wait, this is the wrong layer. That would have sucked. Wow. Look at that. Look at that thing that got chucked on the ground. Okay, looking good, though. I'm just gonna kind of keep working layer by layer. That's just like a... I'm just gonna do another rogue-like pile of fabric here. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Nice and simple. Alright. 30 minutes I've got until I have to do that focus group. And I'm not allowed to talk about it. I signed an NDA and everything. Crazy. All right, now let's get a bed here. If I feel like Helen is an IKEA lady. That's all I gotta say is just Helen is an IKEA lady. It makes sense to me. I'm just gonna provide the frame here. The see, actually that's relatively thick. Go here. The furniture is lightweight, easy to put together, and like the kids can customize what they want. You know, it works out. No, I'm right. I'll just leave that like that. On the plus side, Dimitri doesn't put weird shit under his bed. All right. I'm gonna also give him kind of like multi-layered pillows. Like I'll probably do like a bigger white, like one of them is clearly a decorative pillow. Hydrate! I need to go get some tea. But I'll do that later. He might have a plush. I actually might put a plush on the bed. Did I not upload? I didn't even upload Gabriel's Doodle to my creation station. That's silly. Hold on, let me go do that. Before I forget. I'll upload that at the very end. I need like a nondescript, like... A nondescript, like, oh my god, I put the punch... Actually, you know what? You know what? Probably Dimitri would have the punch monkey. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. This punch orangutan actually kind of needs to go over here. Because why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I'm going to go ahead and rotate this head a little bit too, so he's like kind of falling over. Punch, monkey, punch, monkey. I don't have to do a lot with it, but I think that he needs something more substantial for his little room. And then let me get his little feet. People are going to be like, do you watch a lot of Punch? And I'm going to be like, look, Punch-kun is love, Punch-kun is life. He's just a little guy. He doesn't know. Nice. All right. Oh, and then actually, too, I'm going to make a new layer. There's, like, going to be a little bit of, like, fold in the blanket so it's not just, like, flat. But that looks pretty good. And then now let's get, like, a big old blankie here. Dimitri freezes in the middle of the night. Apparently. I'm going to go ahead and cross that like that. I don't want to create an accidental tangent. So we're going to have this go like that. Okay, this part is actually fun. The thumbnails are bad. Thumbnails, awful. This part, fun. Okay, looking good. We actually have, like, some relative nice looking illustration here. I'll actually just put him in the same IKEA desk that I have, actually. Not a bad idea. And I have reference for it, so could be worse. Yes. Sure. Hold it down with soggy clothes and oh, you know what? Put that on the wrong layer. That's for sure what I did. Lay down, don't wait, build up breakfast now. Let's eat my love, la 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 la. Not normally a huge fan of like architectural drawings, but this is just gonna have to be one of those things that I do, and I don't get to. I feel like there's some funky shit going on with the perspective on this thing, and it's because there is. There, better. I was missing some lines. So let me get a drawer in here. And then we'll go like this, because that's the back of the thing, and then this thing is going to go down like that. And then I need to give him like a little coffee cup. I'm going to do like a really simple computer tower because I'm just lazy as shit. Is Dimitri the kind of guy to put fucking LEDs in his tower? Am I about to be that guy? I think so. Which is really funny to me. And I love that for him, but also that just means more shit that I have to draw, but that's alright. The brand of computer is going to be called Comp. Crazy. I'm going to actually do a new layer here, or a new shape for this computer fan. Hello? Mm-hmm. And thankfully this will be kind of blurred out because it'll be behind like a mesh probably. Look at that. Wow. Crazy. Mm-hmm. He's got that fancy gaming PC. Alright, let's see. If I turn this off, this is kind of what we're looking at for this sketch here. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm not upset. Although, it does look like I actually need that over there. And then also to, I'm gonna just hit the floor just a little bit higher Let me make a new layer here. That's going to be where our floor plane is. And I don't know if I should put, like, I might put some shoes. Underneath the bed here, I think. Because then that at least will give us some context for this space. You know, it'll be more obvious that it's a bedroom than anything else. I may need to make this smaller, but that's okay because I can just do that. I have the power with the Control-T. Or I just need to move it down and over, I think. And this is, guys, why they make you do life drawing and still lives in class. I hate to be this dude. I fucking hate still lives. But this is exactly why they make you do it. Because if you want to be an environment concept artist, you have to be able to draw fucking shoes. It does suck, but 'tis the reality. I hate to be that guy. This is literally... I'm gonna make another layer because I kind of want this shoe to be close. Sure. Shoes. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I want to put like a little hole right here because this is where the cables are all gonna come out, and I'm gonna just do some like kind of like errant disconnected cables, or like cables that are clearly going down to the... It's like his fucking mouse and stuff. I'm not going to do a super complicated gaming mouse because I am lazy. But instead we're going to have a plastic-shaped potato because that's really what mice look like. Wow. Potato. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to, once I get done with this sketch, I'm going to have to go because I have to get ready for this meeting. But I'm almost done with the sketch. At least there's that. You know, like, at least we made it through that. Could have been worse. Computer monitors at least are easy. Surprise! There's squares! Oh, we got a tarot reading right before we go. Here we go. Let's get Carrick's a tarot reading, a single card. I gotta talk to the Wattpad people about AI today and why it's a bad fucking idea. Alright, you got Page of Wands. Likely this represents you at this moment, I would imagine. So you might be going through some like personality stuff or like maybe like an ideological like worldview change. You might find people around you are really generous. So if you need help, just ask for help. It might be something that you've struggled with in the past, but if you need help, just ask. The Page of Pentacles, or Page of Wands, pardon me, is represented by a young person with a lantern in front of them, typically. So you have the ability to light your own way, and, you know, I guess being diplomatic if you're dealing with stuff that's hard, and remembering that it's okay to ask questions and to ask for clarification is also totally okay. But whatever you're dealing with might feel kind of icky, but know that you are definitely, like, you know what's best for you, and as long as you can get other people to understand where you're coming from, you'll be just fine. Everything will be okay. I don't like that that's that close to that mouse. We're going to bring that up a little bit. I'm going to give this a little bit of a thicker bottom. Okay, but this is looking good. Now, the only problem that I have with this is that I feel like now the chair is very close to the top here. So I'm going to go ahead and put up a poster here. And then I'm going to have to adjust the composition just a little bit because this chair is just a touch, just a hair too close to the top of this image. So I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down. Like that. Which does mean that I'm going to be putting this wall shelf in here. Let me get this shelf in. It'll just be the bottom of the shelf. Nothing more. So I don't have to worry about it too bad. Actually, get this going here. Well, what I might do actually, hold on. It's still too much. That's okay. We can make this work. I don't like that this clips into the corner. And then also, too, it's about time to get this door going over there. There we go. Much better. All right. So I also kind of want... Now that I don't have to worry about doing this way, I need to maybe cant this a little bit better. Well, yeah, I'm going to cant this after. I'm going to do the line art first and then cant it after. So I'm going to go ahead and go. This actually is a great amount of progress for just like the base sketch. There's still some things that I want to do. I think I am going to cant the frame just overall, so that way there's more of a sense of like unease, or at least some level of visual interest. I don't know how I want to cant it. And all in all, it actually just like, I don't want this shoe to clip off. I keep tweaking this, but that's okay. That's kind of the point of doing these sketches, is trying to figure out what, you know, what is your correct... I'm going to do like a poster up here too. What is the correct composition? That looks a lot better. So we're going to stick with this. Otherwise, thank you so much to everyone who hung out today. It was really amazing seeing everybody. I'll be back tomorrow to do some more writing on my Liz novella, The Witch in the Woods. So if you want to come and say hi and pop in, I'd love to see you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.